road remembers every footprint, even those erased by rain. Every promise won at midnight, every kingdom built from pain. There were maps drawn on the ceiling, constellations in my hands. I believed if I could read them, I could finally understand. There were doors I called salvation, names I whispered like a prayer, of futures hanging in the distance, bright enough to keep me there. I built cathedrals out of maybe, I built oceans out of hope. I built entire worlds around things never meant to help me grow. Now the dust has settled softly, now the echoes have grown thin. What once felt like deprivation feels like guidance looking back again. Here lie the graves of unfinished futures, gardens rising through the stone. Every version that I carried built the path that led me home. Nothing wasted, nothing stolen, nothing lost beneath the sky. Even dreams that never happened taught these wings how they could fly. There was a city made of longing, standing somewhere in my mind. Every street was lined with answers I was certain I would find. There were people made of starlight, or at least that's how they seemed. I gave meanings to their silence, I gave permanence to dreams. I mistook potential for arrival, mistook yearning for a sign, mistook every open window for an invitation inside. And perhaps that's simply human, perhaps that's how we learn to chase reflections through the valley till the mirrors finally turn. Not with bitterness or anger, not with judgment or regret, just the understanding some horizons exist to teach us where we're not. Here lie the graves of unfinished futures, names erased by wind and rain, yet their echoes forge the architecture, holding everything I gained. Nothing broken, nothing failed, nothing vanished without cause. Every road that disappeared became the map. Beneath my thoughts, I released the life that needed approval. I released the life that waited. I released the life that measured worth by who stayed. I released the life that chased certainty across impossible distances. I released the life that believed love had to be earned. I released the life that confused endurance for devotion. I released the life that kept standing before locked doors. Beneath every abandoned future, something quieter to remain. Not a wound, not a failure, not a monument to pain. A foundation, a framework, a hidden root beneath the ground. While I watched the branches dying, something deeper still was found. The years were never taken from me, the years were shaping what could stay. Every loss became a sculptor, every ending carved away. Not toward certainty or answers, not toward crowns or victory, toward a self no longer dependent on what others chose to be. And if I walk those roads tomorrow, I will walk them as a guest, not as a beggar seeking entry, not as a ghost demanding rest. I will thank them, every chapter, every person, every flame, because even what could not remain helped forge the one who came here alive. The graves of unfinished future stars returning to the sea. Every ending fed the current that became the heart of me. No more bargaining with shadows, no more chasing vanished light, no more living in the hallways of 1,000 almost lives. The future isn't waiting somewhere, the future isn't locked away, the future is what rises gently when attachment fades. So let the old roads keep their silence, let the closed doors keep their keys, let the unfinished stories rest among the roots of memory. I will carry what was given, I will leave what cannot stay, and somewhere beyond the cemetery of everything I almost became, a living horizon speaks my name. And for the first time, I do not need to chase it, I simply walk